Hey, why are you looking like that?
The look?
Yeah.
What look?
That. I know, like in this diplomatic, gentle environment, many times we see a look. Many times, even when we go to a shopping center or even like a food court where we get some food, and if I'm the only one that's in a different skin color or different faith based, sometimes no one says anything, but the way they give that look, it's like, hey, why is this guy here?
Yeah.
What's that look about?
So you reckon you get that? It's pretty common look?
In Australia, I see that one.
Yeah.
And obviously there is a look that sometimes you know that you can feel that it's a bit of like a curious look.
Yes,
That
yes.
people are curious, like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah.
But there is also sometimes that's angry look. That's
Yeah.
like, why is this guy here?
Yeah.
You ever felt that way?
Well, I do see it,
Okay.
but I've actually experienced the complete opposite.
Seriously, where?
Well, I worked in China,
Okay.
and I was treated the complete opposite.
Wow.
So I soon realised that I had nothing to offer these people, and I lived in an area where there was no English speakers.
Okay.
So all I could do was be humble and respectful, and wherever I went, I was treated like a celebrity, and people would make me go to the front of the line.
Hey.
People would give me food, people would give me things, people would take their photos with me, and I can't believe what a lovely experience. And when they had the look, I'd see them looking at me, and then they'll start coming over and just being nice to me and going out of their way to make my day better. That just happened every single day I was there.
No.
Does that happen here?
No. Sorry to say, in this sunny state of Queensland and in many parts of Australia, there has been many families, especially those who are from multicultural people, and it was said that they might be even born in this country, but the way they have seen the look, or they got the look, if the look had a fire, it could have burned them, and that's very sad, and that many people are not in that acceptance. They might not give it as a mouth to it, luckily, but even the way
Still there.
It's still there. Everyone can feel that one, and that really undermine those peoples and everything. Does those things really happen in the back days also?
Well, I remember when I was young, the first guy in this little country town I grew up in, he married a Filipino lady.
Okay.
And we all talked about it. It's the first non-Australian in this town.
Oh, wow.
And someone said that they saw her walking down the street, so we all went and had a look. And that was the first. It was so unusual to see someone from somewhere else that that was how unusual it was back in the day. So I think when I was born there was 10,000 Muslims in Australia.
Yes. Okay.
And now there's 1 million.
Yeah.
So from an outsider's view, you'd think there's just, but these people are great people.
No, I think the other way thing is that if I was in a country like many of the other countries where there was not much multicultural people, I would have understand. Look, there is that curious look. Sometimes some of the countries where I went as a conferences, I would have feel that people are looking at me because they haven't seen any Muslims or any of these South Asian people, and that's why they're looking as curious. Like, hey, what is that curious doing? Or eating food with the hands. Like, why this guy is eating the food with the hands? I can get that one, but coming to the Australia, where now multicultural is rising, I know so many people, they have their parents from the multicultural background, and in the young population that is from the multicultural community, and they are the future of that one. If we give them an angry look, if we give them an offensive look, if we give them a disadvantage look, in return, that all the disadvantage will be coming back to me. And that's where, as an Australian, I feel worried, because if the multicultural people are not trained properly, are not skilled properly, then means
And
the
not
whole
treated
Australia
properly.
and not treated properly. It's like they say tit for tat. So if you don't do it that way, our next generation,
Because they're humans, they have the same rights.
Sorry.
I just wanted to say about what happened with the African.
Okay.
So he felt disenfranchised. He didn't feel part of the whole thing.
Yep.
So that's an example. You push people out of society.
Yes.
And and then next thing they're blaming that African boy, but he was pushed out of society, and he didn't feel the obligation to be nice to people, and then it culminated, and then this terrible tragedy happened.
Yeah.
But it was such a terrible tragedy, but it's like for the African community, for everyone.
Yes, and that's what happened. Is like if we don't treat them properly, they go to the wrong way. They trigger to the wrong things, and then we blame that. Look, these people are doing this and that, but it has a long-lasting history that triggered those things. And if we don't fix those things, we will be getting more and more things. And I think that's why we coming to this video. That why don't we just start with those look, and if we have that look, nice ventures and all these things, and this way. And the word that respect that always be mentioned and should be mentioned more and more, so that if we have that respect to all of each others, then we can have a better society and better life in front.
Yes, like in China, it's beautiful. In China, everyone shows respect and everyone's humble, and everyone uplifts everyone.
Yeah.
So if we could do that here, that would be. And instead of giving looks, maybe give smiles.
Yep. So for the smiley faces, thank you for watching us. Thank you.